So, God, knackered. Toilet privacy screen update. Now, this always was meant as a temporary structure. So, you've got to bear in mind that one day it's all going to fall apart and rot slowly into the ground. I didn't expect it. Well, I did expect, to be honest. The woodland, I've said before, the woodland moves about a lot. I know that sounds a bit weird, but you know, things move, the weather affects stuff. I mean, trees come down left, right, and centre on their own. And it was only a matter of time, I suppose, with the fact that we're on a hillside and the bottom sinks down. I've had to change them bricks twice already and sort of heighten them up. It was only a matter of time before something started going wrong. So what happened is that original post, which if you remember was always the troublesome one, it must have got knocked. The whole thing must have got knocked by a branch or something falling down. And I noticed today it was leaning. So it was leaning downhill. And I got in it, had a look around, and it just seems a bit wobbly. Anyway, what I've done to combat that, as you can see, is a lovely, 7-foot piece of sycamore that I thinned out earlier. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, you can't just go chopping trees down willy-nilly. That's true, you can't do that. What you can do, though, is for the purpose of thinning, which this came from a small upshoot group of sycamores, so I was thinning that out. You can cut up to 10 centimetres in thick, which this is, and that measurement is taken at 5 foot. I think is it 5 foot? It's like 1.4 metres or 1.6 metres or something like that. So basically, for the purpose of thinning, if the tree that you're chopping down is no more than 10 centimetres in thickness at 5 foot high, you're quite within your rights to chop it down. If it's up to 7.5 centimetres anywhere, you can chop it down anyway. Now this one, at the required height, was about 9.5 centimetres, so it was all right chopping that down. And what I've done, I haven't secured it in place yet, is cut a little wedge out. So along here, there's a sort of wedge cut in of about, about an inch or so, a small inch. And then that's going to wedge on there. And then what I'm going to do is secure that in, batten that in with some sort of, I don't know, maybe a nail. We'll see. I don't know if I've got a hammer with me, but I'll have to have a look. And I'm going to batten that in, sort of wedge it down, pull it down, and then it's secured against a nice natural anchor, which is a piece of rock that is firmly embedded in the ground. And that should combat the lean that we've got in the toilet, the privacy screen jobby. And that'll do now until we get, I can basically keep doing that until we get a permanent fixture. Now, I don't know, it doesn't look the prettiest, and sycamore isn't really got any sort of endurance for outdoor, so that's not going to last sort of much longer than a year and a half, 2 years or something. But by then, we would add some sort of permanency to how we're going to do our business in the woods. So as long as it lasts for now, job done. If I need to cut another one on the other side, to be honest, the back corner seems a bit more sturdy. It was just this corner. And I think what happened is it's been wiggling about in the wind, and one of the securings at the bottom, whether it's a screw or a hammer, has snapped. So it's basically got one holding it in, so it's wiggling about a bit. But that should be all sorted now. What an exciting update. You weren't expecting that today. Anyway, till next time. See you again.